Attention, Genshin Sweatlords. This video is not for you. You may be asking yourself, am I a Genshin Sweatlord? If you have an Excel file on your computer desktop so that you can calculate artifact statistics and figure out what the optimal build for your character is, yes, please click off of this video and go take a shower. Today we will be doing, sorry, I had to get that PSA out there because people didn't listen in the last video. We're doing another Genshin Impact tier list. As you guys may know, about 6 months ago, I did a Genshin Impact tier list as of 1.5 update, and it became the most disliked video in the history of the Just Genshin channel. And I'm wearing that as a badge of honor, but I also want to make sure that it doesn't happen again because my poor fragile ego cannot take it. So I'm giving you this PSA at the beginning. Please listen. You've probably already clicked to the end of the video and now you've already disliked and run away. It's okay, I'm gonna try nonetheless. This tier list is not a meta-based tier list. This is not a tier list about character viability in the spiral of abyss, in terms of who can do the most numbers, in terms of who's the most versatile, blah, 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 boring snoozer. This is a tier list based purely on my personal experience playing Genshin Impact. I started playing Genshin Impact about a year ago. I didn't start right away. I started during the Zhongli banner, which I want to say was like early December. Well, that's not true. I started in like October and I was like, this game is boring. And then I took like a month and a half off and then I came back because all my friends were still playing it. And then I got addicted and now I haven't missed a day of playing Genshin for like 350 days. Okay. This tier list is purely based off my experience playing Genshin. There's gonna be some characters up here, looking at you, Xinyan, who I have placed highly purely because there's sentimental value for them for me. Xinyan, in this case, is the first character that I ever got in Genshin Impact, obviously, of course, besides the normal characters that they give you, like Lisa, Kaya, Amber, Traveler, and Noelle. It's the first non-guaranteed character that I received, so she's pretty high. I know that Xinyan being in the 8th tier upset a lot of people last time. I'm not saying she's the greatest character in the game. In fact, as I've grown to play this game more and I've become somewhat of a Genshin Sweatlord myself, I'm here to tell you she's very bad, but I'm still gonna keep her up there because I like her. We're gonna be looking at my personal experiences with the characters, the characters' storylines, the characters' abilities. If I have the characters at all, if I don't have them, I'm just gonna guess what they do. It's the character's design, the voice actor / actress, everything except for boring number viability, because I don't really care about that at all. That's not really why I play Genshin. I play Genshin because I think it's fun. I enjoy the grind. I think the characters are cool, and I like building, I really like the team building aspect of it. That is why I play, not to sit in an Excel spreadsheet all day. So, I may upset you, I apologize. Just please know this is not a meta-based tier list. I don't know how many times I can say it. I'm gonna put it in the title. I'm gonna put it in the description. Some people are still gonna miss it, and I'm sorry for that. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. So the last time we did this tier list was 1.5. Obviously, a lot has changed since then. At that time, I think the Eula banner had just dropped, and Kaya was on the horizon, and we knew about Ayaka, but we didn't know when she was gonna drop. Inazuma wasn't out yet. We now have a bunch of Inazuma. What the heck is this? This isn't a character. Put that as like Beto plus Kaya plus, I'm guessing, is this Kaya's friend, maybe? Because he's swirling the electro. I don't know what that is. We're gonna pretend that's not a character. We've got many new characters down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 characters that are currently out, plus 2 more that are coming in the next update 2.3 that I will be ranking. We're gonna start by looking, as you can see, this tier list over here. This is where I left you guys last time. These were my placements of characters as of 1.5. Now 6 months have gone by and I've been playing a lot of Genshin since then, so we are going to see there's going to be some characters who I didn't have before that I got. Very exciting. There's going to be some characters who I had and finally used and decided that they didn't suck and I may want to move them up. There may be some characters that I loved before that I've gotten bored with since then and I may move them down. We're going to start by going through the existing tier list, make any adjustments that we need, and then we'll go through the new characters at the bottom and I'll place you where I personally, not based on numbers, not based on meta, not a meta tier list, put on deodorant, based on where I rank them. This is mostly just a video, by the way. Hopefully the algorithm doesn't even pick it up. This is mostly just a video for my friends who also play Genshin, so that I can like roast Amber and make Yeti very upset. That's basically what these videos are for every 6 months. Okay. Excuse me. Let's start. This should be a lot faster this time. The last time I did this, I went from knowing absolutely nothing the first time I made a Genshin tier list to knowing like a little bit in 1.5. I'm like an encyclopedia of Genshin now. I spend way too much time researching and doing things in this game. I am very well versed in Genshin at this point, so a lot of my opinions are very solid and won't have changed a bunch. First we have Zhongli, BDZ, Big Dong Zhong. Still probably my favorite character in the game. I absolutely love this character. I think his quests are amazing. I have him. He is broken. I basically no longer know how to dodge in-game because his shield is so strong. And anytime I go play co-op or have to play on a team without a shielder, I just die instantly because he has basically put the game on baby mode for me. And he's awesome. Best voice actor in the game, in my personal opinion. I love listening to him talk. And anytime he appears in a storyline, I'm very happy. All right, Hutao. Hutao is also going to remain in the S tier. She just had her rerun. I may or may not have pulled Staff of Homa. So my Hutao just went from like slapping to ending universes. And I'm very happy about that. Hutao is probably my most played character since I got her. She has been basically my main. I was a Xinyan main to start, then I swapped over to Razor, and then as soon as I got Hutao, Razor went to the B team, and Hutao became my new #1. She's probably, I think actually they did the 1-year anniversary thing a couple months ago, and Hutao was my #1 character based on playtime, so. Still probably my second favorite character compared to Zhongli. I don't know, there's some really good other characters in here as well. She's still an S tier, there's no doubt about that. D-Luke I had in the S tier before. D-Luke I said is the character that got me hooked on Genshin. The cutscene in front of Mondstadt where he's like slicing abyss mages was the moment I fell in love with this game, and I still have a lot of sentimental value for D-Luke. However, I mentioned last time I had a second account. I have since quit that account because I decided that I should have somewhat of a normal life instead of just playing Genshin on 2 accounts. It got a little too overwhelming, especially when events were coming out. I couldn't keep up with it. So I ditched that second account, but on that second account, I was a D-Luke main. He was one of the first characters I pulled, and I didn't have him on my main account at the time. I've since pulled 2 D-Lukes on the main account. But at the time, that was my only experience with D-Luke, and I have to say, after using D-Luke quite a bit, I was a little underwhelmed. I still love the character design, I still love the voice actor, I still love his cutscenes. I think he's a great character. The playstyle, however, has tempered my expectations of D-Luke a bit. I'm gonna move him down to the A tier. And unfortunately, right along with him, here's the thing, there's a lot of great characters in Genshin. I think I was a little too generous with the S tier. S tier is supposed to be like the pinnacle, the best of the best. And I was just throwing people in S tier like it was Christmas. And Razor, I think, unfortunately, is also going to take a bit of a dip. Razor, as I said, took over as my main after I moved off of Xinyan. And as much as I really, in the early days of Genshin, I loved Razor's simple gameplay, just hit stuff, forehead. I really liked his simple gameplay. But as I played more and more Genshin and started learning about swirling and reactions and other fun ways to play, it's kind of snoozy now. It's hard for me to go back and play as Razor. I still love the character design. I still love his Electro Wolf buddy. I think he is a great character. I love how he talks. He's adorable. But I'm also, I think, going to have to relegate him down to high A tier, but A tier as well. Albedo is going to stay in the S tier. Albedo is like one of the unsung heroes of my account. I was one of the few of my friends who actually... I didn't even want Albedo. He was actually the first 5-star I ever pulled. I was going for Zhongli. I didn't get Zhongli, and then the Albedo banner and Dragonspine are right after, and I just happened to get Albedo, and at the time I was like, okay, I don't care, gross. Finally, over time, I decided to start building Albedo, and my goodness, the passive damage this guy does is ridiculous. I'm so excited he's getting another event and a rerun. I'm so excited for his sword that is coming out. It is going to make him so much better than he already is, and he's getting a new artifact set. I have a lot of sentimental value for Albedo because he was my first 5-star, so I'm going to keep him in the S tier. Venti. Venti, I missed the very first Venti banner. I was not playing yet. I wished so hard for him on the second rerun banner, and I didn't bring him home. And I was really hoping they would give him a third rerun banner, but they gave Child one instead. So I am still waiting for Venti to come home. Venti is going to stay in the S tier. He is one of my favorite characters. The Stanley quest still brings a little tear to my eye. Maria played through that one a couple months ago when she was playing through, and it was one of the few quests I was like, I want to be there when you play through it because it still brings a little tear to my eye. Got a lot of sentimental value for Venti, and I'm never upset when he shows up. You will be mine someday. Someday I will bring Venti home. Look, I put Klee in the S tier last time because she was adorable and she blasts fish, which I think is still very cute. I do not have Klee. The Golden Archipelago stuff was very fun. But I don't really have any desire to get Klee. There are so many pyro DPSs in the game now. Yoimiya, Diluc, Hutao, Yanfei. There's just like too many cooks, in my opinion. There's too many pyro DPSs. We need more pyro supports, like my boy Bennett. And out of all the pyro DPSs, okay, I'm the least interested in Yanfei, but I'm also not that interested in Klee. I've played on Maria's account as Klee a few times, and the playstyle's just not for me. She's still adorable. She still blasts fish. Her character theme is like one of my favorite. I'm gonna have to lower her though. Probably to like low A tier. I'm gonna put her down here. She's going to the A tier though. Chi-Chi is staying. Chi-Chi is a zombie. Chi-Chi is the only standard banner 5-star I still don't have. When I get her, am I gonna build her? Probably not. But I still want her nonetheless because she's adorable. Coco Goat, zombie. She's the Fallen meme that everybody spammed on the anniversary because the rewards were stinky. Chi-Chi is like one of the most memeable characters in the game, and for that I appreciate her immensely. And there's also a severe amount of FOMO there because I don't have her. And I want her really badly. Someday, these two, I will bring them home. Bennett is S tier. He's a 4-star character, but he may as well be a 5-star character. He's broken. Anybody out there who has not built your Bennett, build your Bennett. It's funny that Bennett's an S tier because I hate the character. Like whenever he shows up in a quest or like his hangout, the whole like unlucky thing in his voice lines make me want to... I do not like this small child, but he is so good and so broken, I have to put him in the S tier. Okay, A tier. Diluc, you've been relegated to A tier. Razor's been relegated to A tier. Xingqiu, I think, is still a good A tier. He's a great support. I put him on just about every team that I can. He's very versatile, but the character design and the character itself is kind of to me, so if he was as strong as Bennett, he would be an S tier, but I'll put him in A tier. Fischl, I'll be honest, I got Ball, so Fischl's use has taken a severe hit for me. I do not use Fischl almost at all anymore. I really thought I was going to, and maybe someday I'll build Machine Gun Fischl because that sounds kind of fun. I'm still stuck at C3 Fischl as well. Maybe if I get C6 Fischl, I'll be more excited about her, but Ball has kind of taken her place. So I'm going to move Fischl actually down to the B tier. Sorry, Fischl. Xinyan, I'm going to keep an A tier. As I said at the beginning, sentimental value. This is the first character I ever pulled and was my main for a very long time. I still love the little bongo drum on her back that goes bonk, bonk, bonk. And I love that she finally got a quest. Even if seeing her in Inazuma with Child made 0 sense. It didn't make any sense at all. They didn't fit together. I'm glad they finally shoved her into a quest of some sort. Jean's fine. I don't know why I think I had a crush on Jean when I first started playing the game. That crush has since soured a little bit, I gotta be honest with you. I think she's fine. I just got my Jean to friendship level 10. I'm working on building healers now that healing meta is a little bit more important with some of the bleed stuff. I think she's just fine. I'm gonna put her in the B tier. I think I had a little bit too much of a crush first couple times around, and I'm gonna move her down to B tier. Now that I've used her a little bit more, I think she is like just very average in general. Ganyu. Perhaps the strongest character in the entire game and a character that I do not yet have. The FOMO is telling me to bump her up to S tier because I've now seen Livid's, not so Livid, friend of the channel, link in the description. I've now seen his Ganyu and the power that Ganyu can have. And it upsets me severely that I don't have a Ganyu. I'm gonna move her into very high A tier. I don't think once I get her, she's probably going straight to S tier. I want Ganyu really bad now. Just what I've found the more I've played Genshin is I like experiencing different ways to play. Early on, as evidenced by my Jinyan Razor mainness and the fact that I wanted D-Luke so bad, I just wanted to hit stuff. I was like, make it easy. Now I'm getting I'm having a good time with like reaction comps, weird team builds, swirl team builds. I'm working on a mono pyro team. Like, I'm getting really into the Genshin combat system a bit more, and I like having options. I just having units that are just like, I have a sword and I hit stuff. I like variety, which is why I really liked when Yoimiya dropped. It was nice to have like a fast attacking ranged character. Ganyu would be like my only like charged attack bow character. I don't have any on my team right now that I have any desire to really build or that really even work with that style. I think she has a very unique playstyle, and for that alone, I want her. Keqing, Keqing is fine. I think much like Jean, maybe a little bit of a crush when I first played through the story. I actually just got my first Keqing, wishing on the standard banner like 2 weeks ago, and I have not built her yet, so maybe my opinion will change once I build her, but I feel very similarly to her as I do to Jean, which is she seems fine. Electro's not the greatest element, and she just doesn't appear in a lot of story stuff. She was pretty cute, I gotta say, in the Zhangling story quest. I liked seeing her in the Zhangling story quest. She was adorable. She hasn't done a ton though. Rosaria is my next support that I'm building. I'm very excited. I've been farming Blizzard Strayer set for like 7 months trying to get stuff for her, and I can't. I'm very excited to build this character. I'm gonna keep her in A tier, maybe just for design alone, but I'm gonna keep her in A tier. Okay, going to the B tier. We move Fischl here, we move Jean here, we move Keqing. Mona. I love Mona's design. I love Mona's design. I finally built my Mona. I'm working on I want to get all of my characters to friendship level 10. Mona is the only character that I started building and started using, and I had to put her back on the bench because I hate the dash so much. The Hydro dash, it's cool in concept. In battle, it's so clunky. It makes it so, I like switch constantly. It makes it hard to switch. I get hit at random times when I don't want to get hit. It drives me insane. I'm gonna keep her in B tier, but I'm gonna chunk her down to the bottom of the B tier. If they fix the dash is like my main gripe with her. If they fix the dash, stonks, she's great. The dash bothers the heck out of me. Kaya is like the quintessential B character. He is like just the most average human being of all time. I have nothing good or bad to say about Kaya. He is perfectly average in just about every way. Oh, by the way, let me move my box down here because I'm probably going to start getting in the way of these characters very soon. So I'll move down here so that I don't get in the way. Kaya's like the most average character of all time, so I'm going to leave him in B tier. Sucrose, I would hate to call her forgettable. Perhaps it is because I pulled Kazua, which we'll talk about later. I was gonna build my Sucrose. Any plans of building Sucrose have fallen to the bottom of the barrel. She could stay in B tier though. I don't hate her. Okay, Zhao in the B tier was disgusting. Zhao in the B tier was just disgusting. I said I didn't like his jumpy playstyle before. That's stupid. He's amazing. I've since built him. Since I got the what do you call it? Staff of Homa for Hutao. He's now rocking Black Cliff Pole, and he does so much damage. He's a lot of fun to use. I was stupid the first time for putting him in B tier. I'll take the arrows, the hatred there for putting him in the B tier. He's a great character. I love the Lantern Rite event. It's amazing, and I'm excited for the Lantern Rite rerun. And I'm very excited for him to come back. He's a great character. Diona I have built now. Diona is built. She's built different. She's a pretty good shielder. She's solid. I like what she does. I like the EM she gives the team. I have C6 Diona. She's a very solid support. The cat design freaks me out. That was weird that I just said freaks me out. It's got meow in there. Not intentional. I'm not turning into a furry, I promise. The cat design makes me a little uncomfortable, so I think I'm going to keep her in the B tier, but in terms of skill, she's probably more of an A tier character. Ning Wong is a character I love the design of, but Geo is just so meh that I just don't care. I just don't care about Geo at all. In fact, I'm gonna crunch Ning Wong down to the C tier. She's got such a great personality, voice actress, character in the game, character model. I even think like her skill set's pretty cool. I think the star shatter, crystals slamming into stuff is fun. Mages just don't tend to do it for me in this game. I haven't built a single mage so far that I've really enjoyed. Maybe I just don't have that many. I have Yanfei, I don't like her. I have Lisa, I don't like her. I don't have Klee. Sucrose, I'm not gonna build. Yeah, maybe I just haven't built one and given him a good shake, but I just don't. Oh, I have Kokami, but I haven't used her yet. Maybe one day I will learn what's so great about the mages, but between being a mage and being Geo, I just can't. Eula is also an S tier, I have to say. In fact, I'm gonna put her right behind Venti. Eula's sick. Once I got Eula, which the Eula banner had just come out during the last one and I hadn't played her yet, so I think I just put her in B tier just because I didn't know. She's like so unbelievably strong. Razor has unfortunately not, Razor has not seen the field since I got Eula, because Eula is just stronger Razor in just about every way. Unless they buff Electro someday, I don't see Razor ever hitting the battlefield again. Eula just hits so freaking hard that it's hard for me not to love the character, and she dances, so that's adorable. All right, C tier, Ningguang in C tier. Zhang Ling, criminally underrated. I underrated Zhang Ling to a severe degree. One of the best supports in the game. I'm crushing her. You can't go in front of Xinyan, sorry. I'm moving Xinyan up here. Xinyan's top of the A tier, don't at me. Zhang Ling, criminally underrated, and a free unit, which is amazing. I finally built her. I got her C6. I finally built her, and she hits so hard. It's egregious that I had her in C tier before. Barbara is C tier. She's just not very exciting. They introduced Electro Traveler. I still think pretty unexciting, so I'm gonna keep the Traveler in C tier. This one, I may go back to my old video and leave a dislike. I told myself I would never use this word because I'm not much of an anime boy. If I had to choose my current waifu in the game, it's freaking Beidou, dude. I'm throwing Beidou up into the S tier. I know she's not the greatest support of all time. She's a lot of fun to use. But just seeing her finally get a quest in the Inazuma story quest, first with the Fight Club leading up to Inazuma, and then actually like taking us over on the Inazuma ship. I don't know if it's the voice actress or the Dami Mommy personnel. Okay, let's stop. Too far. S tier. That's where we're gonna that's where we're gonna stop on this one. The character. The character is chef's kiss. Great design. Good color palette. Yanfei, I'm gonna throw Yanfei down in the D tier. I think Yanfei is like mega boring. Unfortunately, when I found out that these things were antlers, I disliked her even more. She looks like she's from a different game. I don't know what it is. Like something about, she doesn't look like she fits with the other characters. I don't get Yanfei. Yanfei in D tier. I'm gonna bump Lisa up a little bit for similar reasons that I bumped up Beto. She seems very nice. Again, I'm not super into the mages, but her character is very nice, and Maria has been playing her game in Japanese, and I suddenly understand why people play Lisa in Japanese. Okay, next is Child. I just pulled Child. I hated Child. Look, here's what I didn't understand. Before I was like, Child's the bad guy. He tried to destroy Liyue. But they've kind of just like made it a meme at this point, and I think I forgive him. I think I forgive him for trying to destroy Liyue, and I don't understand MiHoYo's obsession with Child because he's now gotten 3 reruns, and I don't get it, but I'm happy that they did because I ended up getting him last time. He is the next character I'm going to be building, and I think he's now an A tier character, so I'm going to throw him up in the A tier. That feels better. Noelle, I've got like C27 Noelle. I am so tired of seeing Noelle. Thankfully, we've gotten a bit of a break from Noelle on every single banner over the last couple of months, so that's been nice. Still don't like her. And Amber's Amber, so we're gonna leave Amber in the D tier. All right, now to the new characters. So this is my reworked old characters as of 1.5. Now we get into some of the new stuff. Let's talk about some of the new stuff. Kazua. I am the only person in my entire friend group who has Kazua, and I gotta tell you, there's something special about that feeling. There's something special about having a unit that only you have, that when you bring it to your friends' co-op worlds, they're like, oh my gosh, it's Kazua. And that's exciting for me. But beyond that, he is, in terms of play style, I include Kazua on every overworld exploration team that I have because he is so fun to play. The swirl jump, group up the enemies and slam down on top of them is so unbelievably satisfying that I have to use him on every single team. I find ways to fit in Kazua even if it doesn't make sense because he's so freaking fun to play as. He's great for small enemies, great for crowd control. His swirl ability, being able to pass along EM to your other hyper carries, is ridiculous. He is probably my 3rd favorite character in the game currently, behind Zhongli and Hutao. I'm tempted to even put him above Hutao. It's darn close, but he's certainly in my top 5. I think I'm gonna put him there for now. Kazua's great. Ayaka, I did not wish on. Cryo's not my favorite element. She has the same dash as Mona, which caused some grief for me personally. Oh, by the way, also the cutscene where Kazua, spoiler alert, fights Ball. New pair of pants, please. He's amazing. Ayaka's story quest bumps her up pretty significantly for me. The dance scene gave me goosebumps. And I think she's adorable. Not my favorite character design, and I don't think I would use her ever because of the annoying dash mechanic. However, I know she slaps. So I'm gonna at least put her at the high B tier, at the other end of Mona's B tier dash. I think she's gotta at least go there. All right, Yoimiya. Look, this is not a pro simping channel. Despite what you may have heard me say about Beto. Yoimiya is like the cutest character in the entire game. It was love at first sight, and I didn't even want... I mentioned earlier how many freaking pyro carries there are in this game and how boring it is. To the point where I almost wasn't even going to wish for Yoimiya, and then of course, if you remember, we were going for the 4-star character, Sayu on her banner, and ended up getting Yoimiya on the very first pull. And she's just so adorable. Like the play style, like I said, I enjoy the options. It's nice having a ranged character. I'm building her currently. I don't have great bow options for her, but based on personality alone, she gotta go. She gotta go in the S tier right behind Kazua. I actually would put her beneath Zhao. I think I like Zhao a little bit better than her. But to be honest, that's probably my top 5 currently. I think that's my top 5 favorite characters in the game. Yoimiya is great. Sayu is adorable. I'm building her now. I just finished friendship level 10 with Jean. Sayu is my new healer that I've been using. I don't think she's that good as a character, but you can't deny that rolling around the map with her isn't like the funnest thing to do in the entire game. Now, whether or not that comes in handy in combat remains to be seen, but she's a lot of fun to use, and for that alone, I think I gotta at least put her in the A tier, probably right above Klee. Yeah, I think that's a good spot for her to be. She's voiced by Lily Pichu, which is awesome in the English version. She has only appeared in like a couple of storyline things, but both times that she did, she's adorable, and she loves naps, which is like same bestie. So I gotta put her there. Ball. Next we have Ball. Next we have Ball. Ball is also unbelievably fun to use. I hate that this is gonna mess up the screen region and cause me some strife. Now I got 2 weird screen regions to deal with here because the S tier is so big. As much as I was complaining earlier about how I was just giving out S tier to everybody, here I go again. I gotta put Ball in the S tier. Like I said, she has basically taken over Official's responsibility for me. Every Ball cutscene gives me freaking goosebumps like nothing ever has in my entire life. I love the character design. I wish she wasn't a polearm character. I wish she was a sword character since she pulls the sword out of her chest. I thought she was going to be a sword character. I wish she was, because I actually have a lot of swords to go around, and I don't have a lot of polearms to go around, because as you can see, I rate all of these polearm characters so freaking highly. It's fine though, I get over it. Voice actress amazing, her quest amazing. Going into the little mind palace that she lives in, the plane of Euthymia, amazing. She's besties with Yaimiko, and if you think I had things to say about Beto, just wait till Yaimiko finally drops in like 10.2. Yeah, Ball's just a great character. Okay, Ball's first in command, Kujo-Sara, I don't have. I tried so hard and got so far to wish for Kujo-Sara on the Ball banner. Couldn't get her. I think I did like 70 wishes and couldn't bring her home, which is depressing. So for now, I'm gonna hit you with I have no idea if this is a good character or not. Personality-wise, she's like kind of intense, but a little bland, I would say as well. I'm gonna put her in the B tier like I did with Eula. I may become ashamed of those words someday, but for now, I don't have enough information about her and I need a little bit more. Kokami. Kokami, I also did not want, but we wished and we got very lucky, and I pulled for Kokami, and I got Kokami. I have not built Kokami yet. I'm waiting till her special artifact set comes out in 2.3, but I will be building her. The negative crit thing I just don't understand. It's very confusing to me. At least it means I can dump all the bad pieces on her, but it kind of bugs me that she can't crit. Character design wise, she's amazing, and I love the voice acting. Her quest was fun. She's adorable basically, but I'm not like super strongly pulled to this character or anything. I think I would put her in like the high B tier currently, but that could change once I actually start playing as her. Aloy, I'm gonna be honest, stinks. I know we got a 5-star for free and I shouldn't complain, but this is a crossover that doesn't make any sense to me. If I thought I was saying that Yanfei doesn't belong in this game, Aloy really doesn't belong in this game. She looks so strange in this game compared to all the other characters. I will probably never build this character. I have no desire to. I kind of wish I just like deleted the message in my inbox that we got one for free, because I would much rather just continue operating in Genshin not knowing that this character crossover exists. That's nothing bad against Horizon Zero Dawn. She fits that game's aesthetic very well. I don't think she fits the Genshin aesthetic at all. And that's fine. Toma I'm building currently. He seems like he's gonna be a pretty solid support. I really like the little baby horns in the character design. I kind of like that all he talks about is sweeping. This dude loves to sweep. His relationship with Ayaka is adorable. I'm gonna put him at like the back end of the A tier, I think. That may go up. He's like the missing piece my Hutao team has been waiting for. Up to this point, I've been running Hutao, Xingqiu, Albedo, and Zhongli for the shields and the Geo Resonance. I'm finally gonna have a Pyro support and a shielder that I can swap onto the Hutao team for Pyro Resonance plus shields, and I can put Kazua on the team, swirl Pyro, and probably just do some... I think that new team is gonna slap, and he's a huge portion of it, so I'm gonna give him credit for that. Okay, there's all the new characters that have been released up to this point. We have 2 more characters that have not yet dropped. This is just gonna be a complete guess. I don't know. We know like what their... Well, we don't know what their kit looks like. We know like what their moves and their attack animations look like, but there's no testing, and obviously I don't have them on my account yet. I don't even know if I'm gonna get them. But this is my guess. My guess is that Ito is going to jump into my top 5. His character design is so cool. He looks awesome. I'm gonna put him here for now. I could easily see him knocking down Yoimiya a little bit. I'm a little sad in his initial art. It looked like he was gonna be super buff, and he's shredded, don't get me wrong. He's got an 8-pack like Kylo Ren. His character model is a little skinnier than I originally thought it was gonna be, but that doesn't mean he's not gonna slap. And he's another Geo character, and apparently Mono Geo with Goro, Ito, Zhongli, Albedo is going to be sick. So I will probably be testing that team out if I can get Ito. I haven't been this excited about a character in a long time. Probably since Hutao? First Hutao run? I don't know if I've been this excited. I was excited at first about Yoimiya, but then the more I learned about her, I wasn't excited. I was kind of excited for Ball. I actually wasn't excited for Eula, but she ended up being amazing. Maybe Zhongli. Zhongli or Hutao. Zhongli rerun or Hutao. I haven't wanted to save up wishes for this long in a long time. I'm not wishing in the first half, or in, yeah, the first half of 2.3 at all. I am just saving whatever it takes to bring Ito home. He will probably be an S tier, in my opinion. Goro, depending if he allows, and it certainly seems like he's going to allow that Mono Geo team to work, I can't see him being lower than B tier. Much like Diona, the dog aesthetic just freaks me out. Sorry to any dog people watching. It just kind of freaks me out. I'm gonna put you next to your doggy little sister. I'm gonna put you next to Diona because that's probably where I think you're gonna reside. I don't know if I can get past the aesthetics and all of the dog puns. The Genshin livestream was filled with so many dog puns I wanted to throw up. What did they say? He barks out orders. Sorry, I threw up. Yeah, aesthetics wise, I don't know if I can put him higher than B tier. If one thing with the ears, it's the big bushy tail. The big bushy tail freaks me out, dude. I don't like it. That's okay though. All right. Well, as much as I complained last time about how many characters I threw into the S tier, I managed to squeeze even more characters in the S tier this time, so much that we have a second row of S tier characters. Here's my Genshin rankings. It is very top heavy. I love most of the characters in this game. And it's still possible I will come to love some of the characters at the bottom. To be honest, other than Barbara, all of those characters in the bottom are characters I don't have built. In fact, I think they may all be level 20. So it's very possible that eventually those characters, when I finally build them and play them and realize they were fun to play all along, they may get raised up a little bit. I'm sorry if those are your favorite characters. This was not meant to upset you. If you're scrolling to the end of the video, hello, this is the end of the video. This is not a meta-based tier list. Go shower, go put on deodorant, go wash your legs. This is not a meta-based tier list. This is a tier list purely on my own opinion of the characters, their storyline, their character design, their voice lines, their voice actors and actresses, their blah, blah, blah. my sentimental connection with them, etc. It's a purely for fun tier list. Do not take it too seriously. If you really got a vent because you are a Lisa main and I put her in the C tier, you can let me know nicely in the comments down below. Do you agree, disagree with anything I've done here? It's fine if you do. These are my personal opinions, and as we've seen, they change all the time. So I'm sure we will come back. I feel like every 6 months is a good time period in between these to come back and reassess different things that we've done here. So probably every 6 months. So I'll see you guys back here in about 6 months, and hopefully Sumeru is released by then, or the Chasm. We need a new area, man. Genshin's become a little stale over the last couple of patches now that all the Inazuma stuff is done, so I'm hoping it's not a super dry content period, but hey, here's some content for you. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.